This is Russ. I'm back out on the road again, but today is our health update day. Well, by the time you see it, it will be the health update day. That's what I'm going to release this video. So why am I doing it on the bike? Hey, why not? This channel was essentially an e-bike channel, right? Well, it's also a health channel too. It started out as a knee replacement channel, as you know. But weather right now is about 56 degrees. So I figured, yeah, might as well take the bike out and talk to you about my health. And this will be released on Monday. Right now it's Thursday. I just come back from seeing my diabetic educator. And it was also the final week that she had to do to take the data off of my continuous glucose monitor, which is stuck on my arm. Those things only last for 14 days. So yeah, so she took the data off of it, gave me all the data, and we talked a little bit about it. She also gave me another one as a sample to try out. This one actually gives me the ability to check out my data on my phone. Yeah, let's let you see that. Let me pull off here for a second here. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You guys see that? It's showing that my current blood glucose level is 147. So why is it high? And you can see on the graph here it's gone up. Why is that? Well, because of some of the stuff I ate. Yeah, because of some of the stuff that I ate. Now this is a new start of this monitoring system for me, and but the difference is I can literally see what my numbers are going to be at any given point in time. So why is it going up? I mean, if you see this thing's going up, well, I ate some stuff, all right? It's checking out your blood glucose. So here's the thing. We knew, based on the things we saw, that what kind of spikes this thing is if you have anything that has sugar, or if you have anything that that has carbs in it, which will eventually convert to sugar. So you have to kind of keep an eye on how much carbs you're taking in, and or whether you're taking some. I mean, if you're eating candy that's sugar, it's gonna spike it, right? So, but you know, being diabetic, you kind of know you shouldn't do that, so you don't. But you do eat things that have carbs in it. So you log in what you ate just to keep track of it. Now, I've been keeping track of my data on a Excel spreadsheet. It's actually not Excel. It's actually the Apple version of Excel. What do they call that thing? Numbers. Apple Numbers. It's basically Excel. It's a spreadsheet, okay? So I've been keeping track of everything. But blood sugar levels, my blood pressure levels, what my pulse was when I took the blood pressure reading, what time of the day I did this in. I keep track whether I took the medications that I need to take or I didn't. And so yeah, we're coming up here. Let me make this turn. We'll continue talking in a minute here. Not really sure where I'm going to go, but I'm just gonna ride a little bit. Gotta wait for cars that are coming past us here. So I've been tracking everything, including what foods I've eaten and the like. So when she took the data off of my continuous glucose monitor, I'm looking at the cars. I know you can't see it, but we've got cars coming, and I can't make this turn until cars are gone. All right. So So yeah, I've been tracking everything, what foods I ate and everything like that. So when she got the data off of the, it's called a CGM, continuous glucose monitor, we could see some little spikes that happen. Not real bad, really, but you could see it. So then we took a look at what foods did you eat when that time happened, when it showed it on that graph. And we could always boil it down to, well, you ate a piece of bread, or actually I ate 2 pieces of bread with a can of tuna and some mayo, okay? Every time I did that, you could see it peak up a little bit. And then I told her too that I actually went to a buffet. Well, what was the name of that buffet? Golden Corral Buffet. And there's probably Golden Corrals around you guys too, certain parts of the country. Not the greatest buffet, but hey, it's the only buffet left in this area. So I said, you know, I'm gonna go there. I want to eat something other than the salads I've been eating. So I says, let me try what would happen. But I pick and choose which foods I was gonna eat. So let me do a little pedaling here, get some exercise. So I picked out proteins and things. Okay, here's what I ate. So I'll put a photo, 2 photos of the food that I ate at that buffet, okay? I did not get my money's worth. Typically, I'd be eating a lot more than that. But yeah, I picked, what did I have? Had 2 plates, had a piece of fish, had like a tuna salad, which is basically the things I always have. I mean, it's like tuna with mayo. A seafood salad, which is like that fake imitation crab stuff with mayo and things. I had some little shrimp things that had breading on it. What do they call those type of shrimp? Popcorn shrimp. There you go. I had a little bit of their pot roast and a piece of chicken. Okay, baked chicken. My second plate, basically the same thing. But I added a hamburger, but I didn't eat the bun. Now you might see the bun underneath it, but I took both buns off by the time I ate it. So if you look at that, well, it's a cheeseburger, I should say. If you look at that, there's not a whole lot of carbs in there. It's mostly proteins and the like. So we looked at the CGM graph, didn't do anything to it. It was like flatlined, didn't show any change at all. So it goes to show you, it's not like you can't eat certain things. I mean, I didn't have to keep eating salads forever. I could eat other stuff. But I mean, if you're trying to lose weight too, then obviously eating 2 plates of food is never going to get you to lose the weight, right? By the way, I did not lose any weight in the 1 week since I seen her. But we kind of attributed it to because I was kind of experimenting a little bit. Since I had a decent report the week before that I was doing well, I think I was like 97 percentile or something like that of ideal ranges. Well, this time I was 99% in ideal ranges. And I think I'm going off memory now. I think my blood glucose was 97 instead of, no, I think the recommended thing was between 70 and, what was it, 180 or something? Yeah, I'm 97 on my average. So you see things go up a little bit and down a little bit, but I was 99% within the ranges I needed to be. So yeah, that's a pretty good report. So what would the A1C come out to be? Well, the A1C, it takes an average, right? It says, you know, an A1C report is really like 3 months worth of data. This is only checking for the last week. But, you know, it averages out based on what you're doing. This is what it probably can expect to see if you continue doing that. 5.6%. That's within normal range, okay? So yeah, she says, you're doing really good. So the next question I had to ask her, of course, was, when can I get off these meds? Now I know, I know at least one of you guys says, don't stop talking about getting off the meds. I mean, I don't know if he expects I will be on the meds forever, but no, we talked about it. I says, can I get off these meds and when can I do it? Well, I think we both agreed getting off of it now would be kind of ridiculous. I mean, we just kind of started on this thing. You got to stabilize and everything, right? You gotta do it for at least 3 months before you can actually take a blood test again and then check the actual A1C level. So so we said, well, it wouldn't be until at least 3 months. So what are these guys asking money for? Turn here. Now, on occasion, you have people who will be begging for money and the like, but they always have their kids out there with them. But many times, as we've seen in various videos, a lot of times it's not true that they really need the money. So, anyway, going forward again here and talking. So, where was I? Now I'm losing my train of thought. How do you like that? So, okay, yeah, so you need at least 3 months, right? And then she says if you're still doing pretty much what we see today, you could then, at that point, ask your endocrinologist to see if she's willing to lower your medication a little bit. Because I'm taking 2 pills, 2 500 milligram pills of metformin. She says maybe she could lower it down to 1 pill and then see where it goes. And then if that goes well, then you could experiment of taking it off altogether and see where it goes. You know, if I continue to have a monitoring system on my arm, I could actually see if it's going up or down, right? So I said, is it possible for me to get off? She goes, yeah, it is possible for you to get off. So I know at least one of you guys says, you know, stop talking about that because you're not going to get off of it. Well, hey, my doctor says that, the diabetic educator says that. She says, you're doing well. The thing is we kind of know why my blood sugar spiked for that 3-month period of time. It's because I knew I was eating stuff that had a lot of sugar in it. I was drinking fruit juices when I was thirsty and everything. That's got a lot of sugar in those things, right? I'm talking like fruit punch, okay? We're not talking like apple juice or something. Well, okay, apple juice has a lot of sugar too. I'm not talking like natural orange juice or whatever juice. We're talking, you know, that terrible stuff, that sugary stuff, terrible. So that spiked my thing. Now she says, now you're starting to eat sensibly because now you know what you have to do and you've been doing that, and we see the results of what happens when you're eating properly. So she says, yeah, you could very well get off of the meds, but you would have to maintain eating the way you're eating now, or at least find a happy medium of eating. Now, having this CGM on my arm for the next 14 days where I can see it myself on the app, I could eat stuff and say, okay, let's see what it does, and then eventually figure out what foods I can eat and what foods I can't. You see what I'm saying? So I asked her, I says, you know, how do I get more of it after 14 days? She says, well, if your doctor prescribes it to you and your insurance covers it, you can have the insurance cover the thing. Now, if the insurance does not cover it, then you would have to pay for it yourself. And I don't know. I think she said if you did it by yourself, it's like $100 and something for, I don't know how long is it, for 2 of them? I think she said for 2 of them for a month, about $100 something a month. But she says that sometimes when you tell like the drugstores that you know, you're paying for this by yourself, sometimes they will discount it down to maybe as low as $75. So you have to kind of find out what companies or what stores will allow you to buy it on your own without insurance. It might be worth the $75. If it's $75, it might be worth the $75 just to keep track. Yeah. At least for a while. And she says you don't have to do it all the time. I mean, you could do it for 2 weeks and then skip 2 weeks and come back do it again. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to do it non-stop, you know. But after a while, you're going to get to know what your blood sugars are based on the foods that you eat, and eventually you won't have to monitor it anymore, right? I mean, I still could do the finger prick test too. I can check it one by one, but the continuous monitoring off of the app is really amazing. You'll know at any given moment what's happening to you. And if your blood sugars are low or high, you'll know it. So, what about the weight? Well, we didn't lose any weight. It's still the same. Which way should I go? Left or right? I can't remember. I always try to go to the one spot. I always go to the wrong area. I think it's right. Let's see. See, I always think it's at this one point, and it's not, and then, where I'm trying to go, that is. Then it's further down or something. Yeah, I don't think it's directly here. Let's go further a little bit. I always get confused in this area. No, I think it was a left, not a right. Yeah, I do that all the time. Well, we'll turn around. Once things clear up a little bit here, I'll try to swing around here. Make sure all these cars are out of here first. Okay, no cars, so we're okay to do this. Where was I? I lose my train of thought all the time. Yeah, I think it's further past this thing on the right. So, yeah, the weight didn't drop, and I think that's because of what I was eating and the like. And we also talked about the whole thing with the olive oil. My concern that the olive oil had more calories, you know, in the homemade dressing, more calories than the Kraft Catalina Light. Kraft Catalina Light was like 35 calories per 2 tablespoons, and olive oil itself is like 120 for 2 tablespoons, you know, and I eat probably enough for probably about 6 tablespoons worth, usually at least. So I said, what if I just shifted to this Catalina? She took a look at it and she says, well, you know, if you look at the sugars and the fat content and this and that, she says it's not so bad, but then if you look at the other stuff, like all right, we're gonna have to take a right over here. Hold on. You know, all the bad stuff that's in that thing, you know, all the preservative and the high fructose corn syrup and all that kind of stuff, it's not that great for you either, right? But if you're trying to lose weight, thank you. If you're trying to lose weight, obviously the lower calorie one might be better, but she says, but at what cost, right? At the cost of you eating stuff that probably is not good for you. I mean, I guess if I wanted to temporarily just lose the weight first, I could do it with the Catalina. So I got to make that decision on how I want to deal with it. So yeah, the weight has not dropped, but it hasn't gone up either. So that's a good thing. So overall, she says you're doing really well in how we do it. But, you know, like she said, we all kind of know how that spike happened and how you ended up diabetic is because of that, at least the previous 3 months worth of crazy eating. And it could have been more than 3 months. I mean, it's not like I had a blood test before 3 months. It had been probably a good 1.5 years or longer since I even saw my doctor for a physical. So it's been a while. So who knows how long I had been pretty bad at.
Nice bike.
Thank you. So I kind of think it's more than just the 3 months. It could have been longer, but the fact that I was able to control it relatively quickly. I mean, I was only diagnosed in January, and here we are near the end of February. So about a month and a half or so, a little more than a month and a half, and I've brought the levels back down to normal. So the question is whether it'll stay down there. That's the question, right? All right, let's go to the, well, it's got a dog there. We're not going to go there. Let's go to the right. Big dog over there. So we're just riding around, really. It doesn't matter where we end up. So anyway, overall, I'm doing well. All right. Anything else I need to tell you guys? Let's go this way. Oh, blood pressure. How's the blood pressure doing? Yeah, that hasn't changed any either. That thing's been hovering for the last week or so, around 140, 145 even, over 80, 77, 75, 80, 82. So blood pressure wise, I don't think I've been really doing as great as I could be. And I think we can attribute that to lack of exercise. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't on the recumbent bike, exercise bike, because I hurt my knee. Remember that? Yeah, let me lower this down here. Pedal assist is a little too high, and oops, I missed the turn. I'm looking down at the pedal assist number. Let me swing back around here. Let's lower that pedal assist level so I can pedal it. So yeah, I haven't been doing a whole lot of exercise, so I think that affected it. Now, interesting thing is, when I did the blood pressure test after my last bike ride, yeah, it was like 120 over 75 or something like that. I mean, it was pretty good. So what does that tell you? You know, if you do some exercise, maybe your blood pressure would be lower, right? They say exercise plays a huge role in that. So, you know, take a week off of non-exercise, sitting around doing nothing, that's what you get. Blood pressure goes up. So what I really need to do is, after I'm done with this ride, immediately go home, wait 5-10 minutes, take the blood pressure again, see where it actually ended up. Which way did I need to go? Was that left or right? Let's go left. Was it left? See, this is the bad memory I have. I can't remember where I am. I remember too, on this park, sometimes I've gone in here and ended at the exit, at the wrong exit of where I wanted to be. Because they have several entrance and exit points on this path here. So still sniffling. Yeah, it's 54 degrees, I think they said it was. So of course, like I said before, with the wind chill, it feels colder than that, so you have to have everything on. I have everything on. I've got the winter jacket on, I got a sweatshirt underneath, I got the Ex-Nito helmet with the liner, which has the ear pads on it, full finger gloves on, long pants. So yeah, I'm bundled up for sure. So anyway, that's really the only way to do it for me out here in the Chicago area. You gotta bundle up when you go out. So I think that's about all I have for you guys today for the health update. Hopefully this has been interesting. I appreciate you guys watching everything and keeping track of how I'm doing, and for the encouragements, I do appreciate it. So yeah, I'll continue to report on how I'm doing now that we have the continuous blood glucose monitor on my arm where I can see it. Let me stop here. Let me turn this back on again. Let's see here. I've got to use my finger here. Yeah, so it's showing 139 right now, milligrams per deciliter. So it's higher than typical for me, but again, this is about the time based on thank you. It's about the time that you can see it go up after you've eaten something, and we know that that bread had 21 grams of carbs on it. So anyways, it started out like 119, I think it was, when I first got the monitor on me. All right, we've got to cross over here. So we gotta make sure there's no cars in our way as we cross. All right. A little more traffic on this road. It's not your typical side street, that's why. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Remember too, health updates will happen on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays will be e-bike videos. Although today is kind of like an e-bike video, but with health updates. Kind of got a combination of both things, but I know many of you guys who are watching with my health update are people who typically watch my my e-bike videos too. So I kind of gave you both. Yeah, can't guarantee we'll do this all the time like this, but yeah, I gotta do what I can do. When the weather is decent, I gotta get out there, right? So I figured I'd give you the health update at the same time. Anyways, thanks again. I'll talk to you guys next time.